Hello students, in this lesson we'll study about the super elevation for various design speed and its limits. So we'll see for various design speed what is the super elevation that we should provide, and also we'll see what are the limits of super elevation, that is what is the maximum super elevation we can give. So let's get started. Now the super elevation or cant, which is calculated, we have seen in the previous lesson that we have equation which is E is equal to GV square by small g into R, if this is in meters. This is for design speed in meter per second, and G value not substituted. Suppose we substitute this, so this let me call as equation 1. Suppose we substitute those values, what did we get? We got capital G capital V square by 127 R. This is the equation by which you will calculate the super elevation. So based on this equation, when you calculate the super elevation, that super elevation is called as equilibrium cant. We also know that the other name for super elevation is cant, right? So when we use this equation and calculate the super elevation, it's called as equilibrium cant. Okay. Now what happens is, this is provided as the basis of such a speed that fast trains may move safely without danger or overturning or causing discomfort to the passengers, and slow trains may run safely without derailment due to excess super elevation. So both for fast train and smooth train, slow train, we have to keep the consideration. Now in Indian Railways, super elevation for equilibrium or average speed is calculated using three different groups. Okay, so using three different groups for calculating your super elevation. The first one is where the maximum allowable speed of the train on the broad gauge or meter gauge track is over 50 kmph. Okay, so where the maximum allowable speed of train on BG, that's nothing but broad gauge, and your MG, meter gauge track is over 50 kmph. So what does this mean? The Vmax that is allowable will be greater than your 50 kmph. This is the simple understanding of it. Now in this case, how will you calculate? The first one is the average speed. Average speed is equal to 3 by 4 of V max. This should be subjected to a maximum of 50 kmph. One is you will calculate the average speed like this, and the second one what you will do is you will calculate the safe speed of the curve. So on the curve, what is the safe speed? You will calculate. Right? You should calculate these two and take whichever is less. These are important. This will come in problems when you want to solve problems on super elevation. All these will be useful. So what are we basically doing for a certain design speed? How to calculate super elevation? We are learning here. So we have two standard formulas, right? But in Indian Railways, we also use different techniques. The first technique is when the Vmax is greater than 50 kmph, we have to find the average speed. How will you find? We will take 3 by 4 of Vmax. Also, we will find the safe speed of the curve, and whichever is less, we will take that into consideration. Okay, moving on to the second. Now in the second, what will happen? The maximum allowable speed of the train on the broad gauge or meter gauge track is less than 50 kmph. So here, that is the second case. Let us write it so that we can remember. So what are we considering here? Where the maximum allowable speed of trains on broad gauge and meter gauge track is 50 kmph or less. So what we can write, Vmax is equal to or less than 50 kmph. Now in this case, what is the consideration? The first consideration is your average speed again. Average speed, what you do, you take directly Vmax. Whatever is Vmax given, we'll take there. This, okay. In the previous case, it is 3 by 4 of Vmax. Right. Second one is what? Again the safe speed on the curve. Safe speed on the, we will consider these two and choose what? Whichever is less. Right. So these are the two. But on some railways, we have one special case through which they calculated. Okay. So based on what? That is based on the weighted average. So on some railways, we will consider the weighted average technique for finding out the equilibrium speed of the train. Now why is this used? For finding the equilibrium speed of train. Now what does that formula say? Your equilibrium speed. So let me call the equilibrium speed as ES, just for short form. So your equilibrium speed is nothing but N1 capital V1 plus N2 capital V2 plus N3 capital V3 plus so on, all divided by your summation of N1 plus N2 plus N3 plus so on. So what will this formula convert to? Summation, this is NV, right? This is N capital V by this is summation N. Summation N. Okay, so this is known as what? Your weighted average. Now in this case, what is N1, N2, N3? Number of trains running at the same speed. So N1, N2, N3. What are these? Number of trains running at same speed. Means what? Say for example, there are 4 trains which are running at the same speed of 20 kmph. What will you do? 4. Here N1 will be 4 and V1 will be 20. Like that, different speeds, different number of trains will run now. So all those you have to take here in this formula. Okay. Now in this, what is V? Same speed when I say are corresponding to your capital V1, capital V2, capital V3, etc. Now what is capital N? This summation of this, we can take it as capital N. That's nothing but your total number of trains. Total number of trains. So this is how you will calculate your equilibrium speed or the design speed. Hope you have understood. So for a given super elevation, what speed should be given to the train is what we have learned now. Now let us see what are the limitations of super elevation. Right. So this is the maximum value of super elevation we can give. So this is a standard table. So let me explain first in detail what it is and then explain the table. So the super elevation to be provided in a curved portion of the track should be in such a way that it will allow what? Safe movement of train at various design speed without causing any inconvenience to your passengers, right? So that is why we provide the super elevation. Normally, the maximum value of super elevation according to Indian Railways, so what are we writing now? The maximum value of E is nothing but your super elevation according to Indian Railways is what? Generally 1 by 10 of gauge of track. This is how we will calculate 1 by 10th of the gauge of track we will take, and we will choose that as the maximum super elevation that we have to provide. So permissible value for different gauges. Suppose based on this formula, if you want to find the permissible value, what are we doing here? Maximum permissible value for different gauges. So the maximum super elevation for broad gauge track. How will you calculate? 1 by 10 of the broad gauge distance. What is broad gauge distance? 1.676. Now this will give in meters. So I want it in centimeters. So I'll multiply it with 100. So this will give me what? 16.76 centimeters. If you want in mm, what will it be? 167.6. So if you observe here on broad gauge, in broad gauge there are different groups A, B, C and D, E. So on A, B, C, what we will give? Maximum allowable is, or maximum permissible is 165. We have just reduced it by a certain value. Now this is under normal condition. If under special permission, if you have, we can go for 185. Okay. Now note this. This table is giving the values in mm. Whatever we have calculated is in centimeters. Right. Similarly, for the second case, what is it? Maximum super elevation for, let us do for meter gauge track. So for meter gauge track, what is it? 1 by 100 into 1 into 100. So this will go at 10 centimeters. So if you observe here, this is in mm, right? So 90. This is for normal condition, and for special condition it is 100. So they have reduced a little and given, not given the maximum value what is there in the standard table, right? Next, the third one is for what? Your maximum super elevation for which gauge? For narrow gauge track. Now we already know what is the gauge distance for the narrow gauge, 0.76. So this will give us a value of 7.62 centimeters. If you observe here, we have reduced it by a little amount, 55 for normal condition and 75 for consideration. Okay, so this is the limiting value of super elevations we can give on different gauges. Now based on this, we will see some formulas moving further into the next coming classes. Hope you have understood this. Thank you.